to go to Ellenburg after this.
I'd cancel it. Do the flag. The United States of America. To the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have a public hearing complying with an SEQR for Veterans Park Improvement Project. We have declared a negative declaration on this, and we have the form filled out. There's really nothing to it, other than the one thing that was done was the SHPO had their say, and we had to have an archaeology digging, and that's all been completed and passed. So with that, I need a motion to accept the short form environmental assessment.
Second?
What?
We've got to actually go through it like we did last time.
I just did. The only thing I read was that we did the archaeology. Well, that's the only thing that was done. Everything else is no.
Okay.
Has no impact on the environment.
You have to make a motion to deem it an unlisted action for purposes of SEQ.
Well, first of all, I'll open it up to the public. Anybody want to comment on it? Close it to the public. Close the hearing. All right, board, now do you want to make a motion to act on this?
I'll second.
Who made the motion, please?
Moved by John Huckrow, seconded by trustee Jefferson. Is there any discussion? If not, all those in favor, vote by usual sign of aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, motion carries.
Roll call vote.
You're not done yet, just so you know.
I don't have a resolution here.
No, you have to, we have to state that the village named as lead agency for the purpose of SEQR at the last meeting in
I
July.
thought we did that.
We did. We just named it so that we can do it officially for this.
Jeez,
You went to the doctor's
all
now.
this stuff.
Then you need a motion to have a negative declaration for the
Oh,
Veterans Park
okay.
project.
You got that too.
What are they doing something?
All right, I need a motion to,
You just got it.
oh, who seconded it?
Wait, I think.
Oh, it did. This ought to look cute on camera.
Yeah.
Any discussion? There being no discussion, all those in favor, vote by usual sign of aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carried. All right, at this time, I'll open the meeting for comments from the public. Anybody that wishes to address the board may do so.
First, I'd like to thank the board for allowing me to talk tonight about the Border Patrol. My name is Norman Legue. I'm the station commander of the Champlain Border Patrol Station in Champlain, here over by the port of entry. I'm here to talk about the Border Patrol a little bit tonight, what we do and how we do it. As most of you know, the Border Patrol are the agents that wear the green uniforms. We patrol in between the ports of entry and the white and green vehicles, some plainclothes vehicles, ATVs, the snowmobiles. We're out on the boats, and there's becoming more and more of us these days, and so we have we're highly visible within the community. Our primary job is to control the borders between the ports of entry, and we're an all-threats agency, meaning that anything that crosses between the ports of entry, it's our job to go ahead and interdict that incident and bring it to the proper law enforcement resolution. That's what our job is, basically to interdict anything that crosses the border. How do we do our job? We do it through, again, the patrol patrols that we conduct along our border area within the communities. We do it through our partnerships with other law enforcement agencies, and we do it through our supportive relationship with our communities along our areas of operation. Most of you are our eyes and ears along the border, and that's how we accomplish our mission, and we do appreciate that. And we rely heavily on the border communities to go ahead and provide information that have resulted in very good high-level arrests. So much so that I have dedicated agents at my station to go ahead and do community outreach work within the communities, go out and go door to door and talk and educate the border residents along with the businesses about how we do our job, what we're looking for, just how to report suspicious activity. It is that partnership that works well, and that we know, you guys know the community the best. You know what belongs and what doesn't belong, and you're a valued partner with what we do on the border. We do have a rewards program. We do offer rewards for information that lead to arrests and seizures, and we use that reward program every single week with arrests that are conducted. So that's pretty much all I wanted to say. I wanted to say just to reach out to the board members and to the community to let everybody know that that if you see a couple agents or my agents are trying to interact with you more or speak with you about the border and so forth, there's a community outreach initiative that we're trying to do to try to find our niche within the community and serve you better. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right, minutes of the previous meeting, board, you all have copies. Is there any additions or deletions?
I'll move that the minutes be accepted as written.
Second. Moved by trustee Roberts, seconded by trustee Jefferson. Any discussion? No discussion. All those in favor, vote by the usual sign of aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carried. All right, so you all have copies of the bills. Is there any additions or deletions, Arsen?
We don't have any. I just want to point out, though, that the grand total was actually $25.50 more than what it should be here. Because there was a couple mistakes on the bills. One bill, I know one of the bills in Apple was 50 cents off, and there's another one that was $25 off, but I can't think of the name at the moment.
I'll make a motion to pay the bills tonight.
Moved by trustee Jefferson, seconded by trustee Baker. Any discussion? There being no discussion, all those in favor, vote by the usual sign of aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carried. All right, correspondence.
I have none.
All right. Oh, there is a resolution.
Yes, there is.
Oh, my God.
You want me to
They
read
hit
it?
it down into the book.
Want me to read it?
Yeah, please.
Whereas
Thank you.
Part
Thank you.
617, thank you. Whereas Part 617 of the State Environmental Quality Review Law requires an environmental review of all New York State-funded projects. And whereas the Village of Rouses Point Board of Trustees plans to begin installation of improvements at Veterans Park in this construction season using a 2006 EPF grant from the Department of State. And whereas the Village Board of Trustees declared itself to be the lead agency for the project on July 19th and held a public hearing on August 2nd to hear public comment on the environmental impact of the project. And whereas the Village Board of Trustees has reviewed a short environmental assessment form of the Veterans Park project which constitutes an unlisted action. And whereas the Village Board of Trustees has also reviewed project plans for the Veterans Park project. Now therefore be it resolved by the Village Board of Trustees of Rouses Point, New York, that the Village Board, after careful review and consideration of the project plans and information contained in the EAF, finds that the revised project will not have a significant impact on the environment and does hereby authorize and direct the mayor to sign a notice of determination of non-significance, a negative declaration for the revised project. And the foregoing was duly put to a roll call vote as follows.
Need a motion.
Make that motion?
Second?
Moved by trustee Jefferson. Which one of you two?
Mr. John,
I didn't see it. Seconded by trustee Huckrow. This is a roll call vote. Trustee Jefferson.
Aye.
Trustee Baker.
Aye.
Trustee Roberts.
aye.
Trustee Huckrow.
Aye.
And the mayor votes aye. Okay. All right. Announcement. There will be a special meeting held August 9th, 2010, at 4 p.m. at the village office located at Ross's, at 139 Lake Street, Ross's Point, New York. The purpose of this meeting is for an update of the revitalization projects. And it's just an announcement. Update on J&S Towers, cell tower. Contracts have been signed, delivered. We have the delivery. Sometime this week, I should be receiving the construction prints. They are completed and it's going to be mailed out to me. I don't believe that we need building permits. I haven't seen Mickey, but I think Mickey said we don't need one for that.
I think
Sure,
it's,
and it's going on the water tank, right?
It's going on the water tank.
We are building a little building,
A
though.
little tiny building that goes in the
Oh,
back.
yeah, they
for
will
the-
need that
But I
one,
don't think you need it because it's all part of it, cell tower. But I'll check that out.
Yeah.
With that, they expect to start construction first quarter 2011. I was told today. Okay. By the time they get these prints reviewed, approved, or, you know, the mumbo jumbo of the lovely state of New York,
Yeah.
Well, we're
you'll
moving.
be lucky if we see it by Christmas.
Good things come slowly, so.
Second thing on it is declare used dock surplus. I'm not doing that tonight. I'm asking each one of you to go to your department heads and ask them for what equipment that can be surplus, and let's do one big surplus instead of doing this piecemeal.
Okay.
I know there's stuff down to the sewer plant. I know Brian's got stuff in the electrical. I know there's stuff down at the water plant. Public Works, I'm not sure, but,
3 police cars would give it
Yep.
yeah.
3 police cars, yep.
We'll take it all, we'll take the metal, we'll take it up and get rid of it, and get some money for it,
Well,
you think?
well, whatever's gonna be scrapped, but some of the stuff can be sold.
Oh, we can sell it, yeah.
There's some big pumps down to the sewer plant that they've taken out, that we can advertise that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and people do look for used pumps and stuff.
Yep. There's a lot of prices.
They're just sitting there collecting dust. So, my next meeting, board, it's 2 weeks away, the 16th. John, you aren't gonna be here, right?
No.
Okay, then let's, just,
You can mention it at the meeting on Monday, too.
July. August.
Let's go on that Monday morning?
How about the meeting on the 7th of September?
Yeah, by September.
We'll have everything ready.
Okay,
That'll give plenty of time, and I give you a month,
okay. Surplus.
please.
Yep, I'll take
I've
it.
been wanting to do this for quite some time, it's just that we seem to hoard everything that we can. All right, next thing on my agenda, discussion National League of Cities membership. As you know, that award right there from the Conference of Mayors for underground power hit their newsletter. And I received the email, I think you all got a copy of it, from the National League of Cities congratulating us on receiving the Local Achievement Award for underground utility projects. We noticed that the village is not taking advantage of the membership of the National League of Cities. And they sent me all the necessary paperwork to join. They also want us to submit that project to them for a national award. That's how good it is. And I have to tell you this, last week, I got an email from the deputy mayor of New London, Connecticut, wanting information on how we went about this project. So, we're gonna get some national exposure out of this, and which I think is good for the village. I believe the dues is $400 a year. And I think it's good for the village. Yeah, $456 a year.
Is that including the discount we get for the first,
That includes the discount. It says 15% new member discount.
So what kind of benefits would we reap out of that?
It's just same thing as the conference of mayors, we have there's why join? Maybe I should give you all this paperwork.
Yeah, that would be helpful in my
Says, you know,
decision making.
They have fax, phone, mail, questions. They do basically like to ensure process of your applications and stuff. Again, it's, like I said, there's enough right there information to tell you.
You have the money right now in the budget?
We don't have it in the budget, I don't know. Arson, I would have to find it for it. Probably take it out of mine.
So do you wanna table it for next meeting, or
Yeah, let's do that.
give everybody a chance to review it?
You can.
Let Arsen dig a
And
little
then
bit.
Arsen can dig around.
I've been digging into the pot a lot lately.
Oh, jeez, you hear that, Arson? He just threw a slam. You're also our lobbyist in Congress, for Congress nationally. You have issues. We use the conference of mayors quite a bit in New York. And it's a national thing. But I think it's a good project.
I'll check out the website.
We'll vote on it next week, next meeting, is that okay?
Okay, discussion, bronze black water tank. 2007, was that Arsen? 2005, proposal was put together to put, you know that piece of concrete that's outside the, to put this, Rouses Point municipal water, and then a bronze plaque with all the names. That was supposed to have been taken care of when they built the tank, but that was one of Mr. Tisdale's slip-throughs. It didn't happen. So Arsen's given us a price for that. Well, how much was that, Arsen? I don't have it in front of me.
$9.95 plus shipping.
Yeah. With a plaque, bronze plaque to put on
I
there.
didn't hear what you said, Dorset.
$9.95 plus shipping.
$995. Okay. Same thing, we had to get the money.
Well, he's looking for that already. Yes.
Well, I can talk to Gary about that.
What?
So I can talk to Gary about that.
Yeah. Anyway, do we wanna do it or don't we?
move it?
Okay, I'll second it.
Moved by trustee Huckrow, seconded by trustee Jeffers. Any other discussion? There being no other discussion, all those in favor vote by usual sign of aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
Me.
Next thing on my agenda, authorize Arsen and Carol to attend Nikon Fall Training September 20th and 23rd in Lake Placid.
I'll put that form of motion.
I need a second.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was just waiting to see if anybody's gonna bite on it.
Moved by trustee Jefferson, seconded by trustee Roberts. Is there any discussion? There being no discussion, all those in favor vote by the usual sign of aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carried. I believe that's it for me.
Okay, thank you, Mayor Rivers. I don't have anything on my agenda tonight, but I just want to bring up one thing that's come to light here in the village. It seems like there's a lot of people burning garbage in the village, and there's no burning whatsoever in the village. It's in the law, in the village code, and so people burning garbage and the houses are so close is very dangerous, it's discourteous, it's unhealthy, and it's illegal. So just want to remind that. So that's all I have tonight, thank you.
Thank you, trustee Jefferson. Trustee Decker?
I have nothing tonight, Mayor.
Thank you, sir. Trustee Roberts?
Mayor, I don't have anything either.
Oh, this is gonna be a quick meeting. Trustee Huckrow?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. First item on the agenda is a discussion of the retirement incentive program. And we have been over this and over this and over this. The mayor was with our assembly today. It's just probably not something that we can do because it does not appear, if you add up all the figures, that we can save any money on it. Secondly, at the the sewer plant, we've been told that we could possibly run it part-time, but it is not recommended by the health department that we do that. And the water plant needs full-time help at this time, until we update the thing for however many million it is. So, my recommendation is that we aren't able to do it now because it's not cost-effective for the village. And it must be according to the law. In addition to which, every time you turn around, you hear something that, from the state that this is a lousy program. It just isn't working. No, that's my recommendation anyway. I don't think we need a motion on that, do we?
No, I would like to.
Well, you know, hopefully next year something will come up that'll be more beneficial to everybody.
There was talk today about that they're thinking about canceling that program.
It's working out well, huh?
No, it's
Yeah, it's
because
working that well.
they don't wanna lose the positions. They don't wanna lose the spot and say, okay, you retire and then we're not gonna refill it. So they just gonna, you know, eventually they wanna reduce the state.
Yep.
But somebody, I read this in the Albany paper, said that in order, if you don't agree with it, you have to have a, what do you call it, pass a special law. That was the only thing. I mean, I hate to have to do that. you know.
Really, just drop
That's supposed to be
it.
easy.
I don't know anything about the law.
Not responsibility. Typo.
That we could check on.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody had said today down there at that meeting, that
We haven't been
the candidate Rick Lazio,
That was something I've never seen.
someone said, and he didn't say it, but somebody said that when we brought up, that they were talking about it, they said that they had heard the state's gonna cancel it because it's just not feasible.
Can't save any money.
Anyway, that's the recommendation. I'd also like to request an executive session to discuss personnel.
Second.
Moved by trustee Huckrow, seconded by trustee Jefferson. A roll call vote, trustee Jefferson,
Aye.
trustee Baker,
Aye.
trustee Roberts.
Aye.
Trustee Huckrow.
Aye.
And the mayor votes aye. That's it, John?
That's it, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Thank you, trustee Huckrow. Carol?
I have nothing.
Arson?
Just want to report that we're in a, for taxes, we're in a 6% penalty period for the month of August.
How are the taxes coming in, Arsen?
Good.
Good.
We're going to be sending out second notices in a couple of weeks.
Okay, and I'll open the meeting to public at this time. Anybody wish to address the board may do so. Oh, I close that part of the meeting and we look for a recess.
So
Yes.
Any
Is that
second?
Dennis and John?
Yeah, I guess.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
23 after.
We were at, we have to go west tonight.
You're still not catching up with the state.